Need a bone. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Rank a Bone, Team Need a Bone's definitive video game ranking series where we take your favorite video game franchises and tell you how to think about them. I am your host, Bander. Joined with me, as always, is the master of all things emeralds, Joey Spicy Fries.
Hey everyone, how we doing tonight? Joe, how's it going? What are we talking about?
I'm doing great, and we are, of course, talking about Sonic the Hedgehog and its entire historic, beloved franchise. Did you see Sonic and Tails are going to be cameoing on I think a Cartoon Network show? I forget what it's called, but they look like, not terrible, but they look kind of weird.
I have not heard about this. What's the show?
I don't exactly know. It was on the subreddit recently. Let me look it up real quick. Of course, we always want to hear you guys' feedback on our show, so let us know down in the comments, especially what you think of the game that we're going to be talking about today, which is, of course, Sonic the Hedgehog CD, released for the Sega Genesis, and I forgot to prepare notes for today, so I'm going to be reading off of a Wikipedia entry. Hooray! Which is exactly where I got the information from the last game. Hooray!
Thank God for Wikipedia.
Thank God for Wikipedia and all of its accurate information. It is... oh my God, where is it? It's on here today. Sonic Cinematic Universe? What? Oh God, ew. Have you seen that new trailer for the movie Cats?
Nope.
It was really, really gross.
No, I've not seen a trailer for Cats. I don't think I want to now that you put it that way.
I can't find it. Okay, so we're just going to go outside.
Oh, it's based on the musical. Okay.
Sonic CD was released in 1993 for the Sega CD, which was an add-on for the Sega Genesis that contained a CD drive, which allowed for a little bit more sound and visual range. And the game was very similar to Sonic 1 and Sonic 2, first time featuring Metal Sonic and Amy. And that's about it. It featured, its key gimmick was a time travel feature in which you can go through the stages at key points and travel back to the past or the future and change the outcome of the story. And it sold 1.5 million copies, making it the Sega CD's bestseller, as well as its only seller.
That's still pretty good though. 1.5.
The plot of the game is actually pretty interesting, a lot more interesting than the previous two games. Sonic journeys to Never Lake, where an extraterrestrial body, Little Planet, appears on the last month of every year. Sonic's nemesis, Dr. Robotnik, has tethered the planet to a mountain and begun transforming it into a giant fortress with his robot army. He seeks the time stones, 7 jewels capable of altering the passage of time. Sonic ventures into the planet, followed by the besotted Amy Rose, his self-proclaimed girlfriend. Robotnik dispatches a top robotic enforcer, Metal Sonic, who kidnaps Amy to lure Sonic into danger. Sonic clashes with Robotnik and Metal Sonic and uses time travel to stop Robotnik and save Amy. And
thus we have a plot.
That's essentially it. Some re-releases. It got good reviews. It was featured as one of the boss fights in Sonic Generation, the Metal Sonic boss fight, and Stardust Speedway, and what was the other one?
I love Stardust Speedway.
And Metallic Madness were the levels that were remade in Sonic Mania. And that's about it. There's probably some more interesting facts around here in terms of like how it was developed, but I don't necessarily have enough time to get into those. So you could look at them yourself.
All right.
Opening thoughts? Fun facts, yeah. Opening thoughts?
Opening thoughts. So far, this is game 3. It's been fun. I enjoyed it a lot.
I did too. I did enjoy it. I would say it was definitely for the most part, a much easier game than the first two.
Definitely faster paced, I felt. So yeah, easy would be a good way to put it.
Yeah. I felt like the enemies weren't as tricky until the very end of the game.
Right.
The level design wasn't as much designed to really get in your way as much as Sonic 1 or say Sonic 2. There was definitely a couple levels in Sonic 2 that are like, we're just putting this in here to trick you into stopping.
Yeah, right. There wasn't so much of that in this.
Yeah. Overall, I think the game is fun. I would say it's a good game. But I do feel like some of the bits and parts of it aren't as memorable to me as, say, some of the stuff in Sonic 1, and especially some of the stuff in Sonic 2. Obviously, there's some bias in there because of how many times I've played Sonic 2 and how many times I've relatively played Sonic 1. Mm-hmm. But the levels seem to be, what I would say, too cluttered. Like, there was a lot going on in each stage, and they didn't really feel cohesive as far as a theme goes. Like, you had Wacky Workbench, and it didn't really... I don't really know what Wacky Workbench was supposed to be. Like a weird mechanical level, but...
It did seem mechanical, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah. What did you think of the time travel aspect?
I liked it. I thought it was unique for a Sonic game. Especially going from... Now. Well, yes. I'm basing this off of going from Sonic 1 and Sonic 2, which were just straightforward, run straight through the levels type games, to, hey, now there's something you can change throughout the level and throughout the story of the game, which is what made it so unique. But also, like, there were goods and there were bads to each of the time zones, which was pretty cool.
Yeah. So... moving on from that, was there a level in particular you really enjoyed?
I would definitely have to say that I enjoyed Stardust Speedway the most out of all.
Yeah, aesthetically wise, it was really a really fun level. I think
I love the music of it, that jazzy beat to it.
The trumpets all around the stage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think my issue with the level design is that I really like the present levels of everything, but the future levels seem so just like distraught and barren, and I know that's the theme they were going for, but at the same time it kind of makes them kind of mush together a little bit too much. Like it didn't really capture in my mind what the levels were in from like level 2 through 5 or whatever it was.
Right.
Like I'm struggling to remember some of the names of one of them. Like, I should look up a list of it, but I honestly couldn't tell you what anything was after Palm Tree Panic.
Coming after Palm Tree, we've got Collision Chaos. I got a list of the zones right here.
Okay, I brought it up too.
And it's also got a picture of all the presents, the pasts, the futures, good, bad, and such.
Oh, that would help me a lot to look at this thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Obviously, I didn't get to every single past and present.
Me neither.
During my play,
I didn't rush through, but I tried to see what I could out of it.
Sonic Rush.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I kind of went back and forth on future and past, and there was one point in which I hadn't gotten in a while, and I felt like I think one of the zones I never got to one of the good futures.
Would you remember which one?
No. Oh, because there's 3 acts. So there's like Palm Tree Panic Zone 1, present, past, good future, and bad future. And then there's up 2 present, past, good future, bad future. I never got any of the good futures. I only ever got the bad futures.
Oh, okay.
So there's a lot of interesting things in regards to it. Oh, there was a good future Palm Tree Panic and bad future, but no present? This is a little confusing.
There's a present for... Looks like there's only a present for zones 1 and 2.
Yeah, I guess the 3rd act is supposed to be like a... depending on what you... Yeah, it's always the future, and depending on what you did.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a past for it either. That's crazy.
I never really realized that. That's interesting. Okay. It's definitely a cool idea, and I definitely think it accomplished that idea.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, with the way we're doing this show, doing a critical path, just getting through the game in whatever way we feel we want to do,
Right.
it doesn't really do the game justice, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like we could have, if we had done like a couple playthroughs, it might have been
to
better.
get all the different outcomes and such.
Yeah, and really see that the difference between the level design. So I could definitely give it some belated points, I guess. Although for this episode, it's not really going to matter because we only have three games, and I don't think there was any chance of it being in a different spot for me personally.
Yeah, I think this has like a permanent place in the list as far as where we put it, given that we only did one go through of it and there's a lot more of it to do.
Yeah, but of course that is the optional stuff that we're not really doing. And for a game like this, I guess that optional stuff helps the game, whereas in a lot of other stuff, doing that extra stuff would probably hinder the game. Like, I can't imagine... Like, I think I would, like, burn my copy of Shadow the Hedgehog if I had to do all paths again, because that is the worst experience you can put on someone. And I'm still debating whether or not we're going to do all 4 paths for Sonic Heroes, because that is essentially the same game 4 times. I don't even know.
I mean, really, we could just split it to 2 paths per person.
That's also true, but we have to get the final boss fight.
Yeah.
And I don't have a game with the final boss fight, because I don't actually own Sonic Heroes.
Ah, that is where you lose, my friend.
Yes,
I still have mine.
Do you have everything else? Yeah, that's what I thought. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be that point is gonna be really rough. Although I'm actually really excited to get into that section of the list where we get to like Sonic Adventure, especially the advanced games, because I've never played those before.
Yeah, they'll be fun. I can't wait.
And hell, I'm even excited to play Sonic 06 because I think it's probably not as bad as it's. I'm gonna make a strong bet that it's not as bad as Shadow the Hedgehog.
Stop bashing on Shadow Man. My God, we get it. We all get it. It's bad. But my God, man, there has to be something worse than that.
I don't think there is. I don't think there's a worse game in our list than Shadow the Hedgehog. I mean, I'd say probably Sonic Boom.
I didn't say in our list. You said in our list. You excluded other games because they're worse than Shadow the Hedgehog.
I mean, the only thing I can think of is Sonic Boom. And we're not going to play that because it's not an actual Sonic game. I mean, Shadow the Hedgehog isn't a Sonic game. We could take Shadow out if you want. Preserve whatever dignity it has left. Anyway, let's get back to the game.
You're not giving it much.
Favorite song in the game?
I'm going to go right back to Stardust Speedway. Although I will say Tidal Tempest had a really relaxing tone to it. And I love that.
I don't remember. I definitely need to remind myself to pay attention to the music when I'm in these new levels, because I don't remember those ones at all. But yeah, no, I agree. Stardust Speedway is pretty good. Favorite level, Stardust Speedway as well. I really like Wacky Workbench at the very beginning, and then as I got through Act 3, I was just like, I don't like this anymore.
I'm done with this.
I'm done with this level. Moving on to something better.
Metallic Madness also had some pretty kickin' music to it.
Yeah, I think so.
Something I found with Sonic games is like from the start, it's got great music, and then through the middle, it's good, but then it kind of fades, and then towards the end, the last couple zones have that really strong music to like finish the game off.
I agree with that, but I raise you Sonic 3, which we're doing next week. And Sonic 3 has, from start to finish, a fantastic soundtrack. You've got Angel Island Zone, you've got Hydrocity Zone, Ice Cap Zone, Egg, Death Egg Zone, and what was the last one that I love? Oh, Carnival Night Zone.
Oh, I love Carnival Night Zone.
Ice Cap Zone is my favorite. It's that song. There is a remix of that song that I used to listen to when I was younger. Such a good song.
Oh yeah.
Other than that, I'm just looking at some images to kind of remind myself. I played this on Saturday, whereas you played this today, didn't you?
Yeah, so it's nice and fresh in my head right now, unlike last.
Whereas I'm like, God, what happened in this game? I don't remember.
See, now you know what it feels like.
I just simply remember Metal Sonic Fight, which I felt was very. I liked one of the things that I really loved about this game was that they love to put extra lives in key spots in difficult maps. So no matter what, you could always grab a life before you attempted the actual map. That way you don't get an actual game over. They did that with the Metal Sonic Fight, and they did that with a level just after it, which would have been the whatever's after Star Speedway, which is Metallic Madness.
How nice of them. Way to go, Sega.
It's such a thank God they did that. Otherwise I would have gotten a game over on Metal Sonic and been very upset.
Oh, see, now it makes me wonder why you finished with no do-overs. I remember you texting me that.
Well, yeah, I didn't use any save states. I didn't have to. I got a no. I said no save states because I think I got a game over and it let me continue from the level I was. So that was nice. So
seems pretty cool.
And I don't know if that was from the original game or just part of the port, but it's a very, very appreciated feature for sure.
Let's talk boss fights. What was your favorite out of this game?
Metal Sonic, I think first and foremost would probably be my favorite because I just felt like it really, because of that extra life, it really gave me the ability to actually learn the fight and kind of appreciate how it actually works.
Right.
And
I felt like it was a race, whereas also a battle.
Yeah, and that's such a perfect unique boss fight for Sonic. Is an actual legitimate race. It reminds me so much of Sonic versus Shadow in SA2.
I see.
Which that is one of the best boss fights in gaming history. And yeah, I'm just kind of looking at some of these boss fights. I remember the one in
Wacky Workbench.
It's the one where Eggman is in the cart and he's going up and he launches the rubble down at you and you have to jump on the rubble and the
lightning shoots it back up, right?
Yeah, what level was that?
That's Wacky Workbench.
Oh yeah, I kind of liked it, kind of didn't.
That one was unique.
Yeah.
It had its little niche to being a good boss fight. Tidal Tempest was pretty good because you had to use the bubbles around him for air.
Yeah, Tidal Tempest was easy.
Yeah, it was pretty simple,
but also pretty cool. I feel like I missed some boss fights somewhere in this game because of the different futures. I wonder if there was more boss fights that we could have experienced. Let us know in the comments if we're complete idiots. And
I'm looking at a list. I don't think it affects it. I don't know. Maybe it does. We might be idiots.
It's very possible. Let me see. Sonic the Hedgehog CD bosses. So there's this bumper Eggman, there's this rising Eggman. I really liked the Collision Chaos boss fight. I thought that was really fun because it kept moving through the level.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool.
Metallic Madness, that one was pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Quartz
Quadrant. He's in that little container.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I really like that one too. That one's really a lot of the boss fights were very dynamic in this game, and they're actually really interesting. Wacky Workbench, Metal Sonic. No, I was wrong. That's it. I think. According to this page.
Maybe. According to the page.
There's only the 7, including Metal Sonic. And I think Metal Sonic was the best boss fight. I think Metal Sonic was the best boss fight so far in the series.
Okay. That's fair.
What do you think about that?
I'm going to go back to Sonic 2 and go to Casino. Wait.
Casino Night Zone.
Casino, yeah, that's going to be my favorite for the series. Probably not the best. Well, I'm going to say that's my best for the series. So.
I feel like, for me personally, I feel like Metal Sonic is such a, I don't know, it just feels it's a step up above what the last boss fight, because every boss fight essentially is the same thing, except for Death Egg, and
it's definitely a difference because it's not Eggman, it's someone else,
Silver Sonic or whatever the heck the thing is in Sonic 2. Whereas I just feel like Metal Sonic is just it's the epitome of wow, this really feels like what a Sonic boss fight would be. It's a cool race where you're racing down this metallic version of you, and Eggman's chasing you with this doomsday laser, and it's just like really epic and cool.
Right.
But yeah, I guess those are our current picks for favorite boss fights. Now, of course, it's time to rank the levels. Joey, let me hear where you rank. Actually, no, let me read the list first. In position number 1, we have Sonic 2. Position number 2, blank. Position number 3, blank. And position number 4, Sonic 1. Where do you want to put Sonic CD?
I already know something is going to come before Sonic CD. So I'm going to put it at number 3.
So, number 2, right, though?
Well, yeah.
Alright. Sounds good. I agree.
I mean, I'm not going to put it before Sonic 2. Sonic 2 still tops both games.
Sonic 2 is such a tight game, and the music and the level design, everything's so unique and fun. Whereas I feel like kind of Sonic CD kind of blends a little bit. But
Right.
a lot of the mechanics are really cool. But yeah, I agree. Definitely a better game than Sonic 1. And yeah. So, here's the list now. Number 1, Sonic 2. Number 2, blank. Number 3, Sonic CD. And number 4, Sonic 1. All right.
There it is, folks.
Any final thoughts?
I'm looking forward to the next one. It's going to be fun.
Me too. I love Sonic 3. Sonic 3 is a very good game. It's very possible it might take the number 1 spot from Sonic 2. Depends on this playthrough. Yeah, it's very good. And so is Sonic Knuckles. I feel like Sonic Knuckles not as good as Sonic 3. Although some people will put those two games together, I feel like they should be kept separate. And yeah. So next week we're going to be doing Sonic and Sonic 3. Week after that, Sonic Knuckles. But we will see you again next time on Sunday. Next Sunday. Hopefully both of us will have played the game so we can record on time.
That will definitely happen.
Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. No, I played this game last Saturday. That's right. I was like, did I play this game 2 weeks ago? No.
You did. I lacked. I'm sorry.
Well, no, I played this last Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Because
Gotcha.
we had played Saturday. We were supposed to record Saturday night and then go up on Sunday. But today's Friday. I'm going to edit this today. Well, not today. Maybe tomorrow morning. Or maybe I'll edit on Sunday. And go up Sunday evening. Whatever. This doesn't matter to you guys. We will see you guys next time. I have been Bander. That guy down there has been the master of all things emeralds, Joey Spicy Fries. And we will see you next time for another exciting episode of Rank a Bone.
Bye.
Goodbye.